Hello, CLT. Kathy had asked me to do a little bit of thinking around how we might look at proficiency-based education across our different program areas. So what I thought I would do is just narrate kind of what I'm sending you via email, and then I look forward to hearing an update from the conversation. The first is that I've begun to curate resources on PBE. This is a list that I've made public and could be a starting place for us. Also, in the spring of 2015, we did a survey internal to our own teacher ed faculty, and this is the analysis of that data so that you can kind of get a sense of where are we starting with. Again, keep in mind this data is somewhat old, but gives us at least a foundation for what are the kind of questions folks have. And then another thing that I did was about a year ago, reached out to our network of current grad students and folks across the state via Twitter and other social media, asking them to comment on what is it that folks need to know about proficiency-based education. So that list is here. And then what I've done is I have outlined kind of 3 different options for us to consider for how we want to move this work forward. Option 1, you'll notice, is kind of the most directed, where it's specifically saying proficiency-based education. There are some specific goals and a much more defined work plan. Obviously, all of that is up for negotiation, but this is a much more goal-focused, the specific of PBE being targeted. The next option is really trying to think about from a systems change perspective of not just moving to the next item on the table, which is PBE, or the current item on the table, but really thinking about how do we innovate, what's the future in 5, 10, 20 years of education here in Maine, and how do we begin to kind of pick our heads up and start designing for a future that may include PBE or may include some transition. And that would really be a wider conversation. And then I think we could easily tie that back to kind of our analysis of current programs and where are we helping students deal with the emerging and the new to build on that historical foundation of the tradition of teacher ed here. So that's kind of a little bit more of a big picture look forward. And then a third option for how we can look forward is, again, realizing that the issue in the immediate is PBE, but the issue in general is the fact that our students are going to need to be aware of what the current and emerging trends are in schools. So that is sort of the frame here to say much more general, how are we going to do this across our curriculum and our field experiences? So again, these are 3 options for how we might kind of move forward. I'm happy to come up with a 4th option. I'm happy to see these combined, but wanted to kind of kick the conversation for CLT to think about, and then see where we move forward from there. So I look forward to hearing what you all come up with, and have a great day.